Welcome to Movie Talk with John and Boon. I'm John, he's Boon. Every couple of weeks we'll be bringing you a show about movies, what to watch, what not to watch. Today we're here in the lovely Shaw Theatres, Lido. They've very kindly let us have the place. This is our first show, and in this show we're going to be talking about 3 movies. The first movie is
Behind The Candelabra, about the flamboyant piano player Liberace, starring Damon and Michael Douglas.
The second movie is The Conjuring, which is a horror movie starring Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. And lastly is
a local movie, That Girl in Pinafore, which is about Xin Yao.
So before we start with the first review, Behind the Candelabra, here's a clip.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Liberace.
This is my friend, Scott Thorson.
You were incredible out there.
Well, this must be fate. I have a great idea.
Now, Behind the Candelabra, what did you think of it?
I think there was interest in watching it because Side Effects was supposedly Steven Soderbergh's last film. So hey, here's a new one, what do you know? And I think there's always interest in learning what it's like behind the celebrity, you know, behind that public facade, behind that persona.
One interesting fact about this film is that it's the first movie that Michael Douglas did after he underwent surgery for throat cancer. He was very excited about this project, and as a young man, as a boy, his father was Kirk Douglas, the big star. They lived in Hollywood, and he actually met Liberace a couple of times at parties. So, yes. First of all, Liberace, the pianist. For those of you under a certain age, you may not know who he was, but he was a superstar piano player who was at his peak during the 60s, 70s, and 80s. He had a big show in Las Vegas, and he also had these spectacular specials, and he was known for his flamboyant lifestyle. The thing is, he was gay, but nobody knew about it, and he even successfully sued a British newspaper that outed him as gay, and he won, and that's mentioned in the film. So it's these details like that, the glamorous, the lifestyle, all the lurid stuff. I really liked it.
I think both actors did a great job. The things that going in I was interested to see is also how Damon and Douglas would actually sort of pull it off playing this gay couple. I guess pacing wise, I thought it could have been tighter, or maybe because it was the fact that it was made for TV in the first place.
It was made for an HBO TV special in the States, but it's being released in cinemas elsewhere in the world. But actually, I thought the pacing was fine. There are bits about the family and all that. Could have been tightened up, but I think I'm more enthusiastic about it than you are. Yeah.
I did like seeing how he explored the power dynamics in the relationship between the two men.
Yeah, I was telling him it could have been the story of a very rich man and his young female mistress, and how they get intertwined and how she's left with nothing if he decides to change his mind. But because it's I think there's a special dynamic to it because they're both men.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of the gender, because of the celebrity factor.
The money, the jewels, and the furs. Yeah, there was a lot of eye candy there. Just the vulgarity of the 1970s and 80s was amazing to watch.
What are you guys?
Well, we've been called ghost hunters, paranormal researchers.
But we prefer to be known simply as Ed and Lorraine Warren.